Good day, Mzensi, and welcome back to the channel that keeps you informed, updated, and empowered. If you rely on SASSA grants or know someone who does, then you need to stop what you're doing and watch this video right to the end. Because in just the last 30 minutes, talk has exploded across communities and local forums. People are buzzing with news that could bring a real financial surprise to millions of households. The big headline: a possible SASSA double bonus for June 2025. Yes, you heard that correctly, a double payout may be on the cards next month. This isn't just about your usual grant payment arriving early or once-off food voucher. No. What we're talking about here is a second, additional payment, one that could go to qualifying South Africans in the form of a bonus relief grant. The kind of payment that can mean the difference between going hungry or putting food on the table. And the amazing part is that most people didn't even see this coming. Now, there's been no long build-up or drawn-out campaign. This isn't something that was announced months ago. In fact, many are calling it a silent blessing, a decision that could be coming down from the top, designed to offer much-needed relief without a lot of fanfare. But we've done the digging, we've pieced together what's being said by credible insiders, and today, we're going to walk you through exactly what's happening, who qualifies, how to spot this bonus if it lands in your account, and how to make sure you don't miss out. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's get into everything we know so far about this incredible news. In the past half hour, community WhatsApp groups, local news radio stations, and even social media platforms have lit up with one big question: is SASSA really going to pay some people twice this June? For many, the first reaction was disbelief. A double payment? In this economy? But as more and more people began to confirm they were hearing the same whispers, the story took on a life of its own. According to community leaders in both Gauteng and the Western Cape, a SASSA relief initiative may be under final review, one that would see certain grant categories receive an extra bonus amount, completely separate from their normal June payment. And while official confirmation from SASSA is still pending, the signs are strong enough that thousands of people have already begun preparing and checking their payment statuses. Some social workers have quietly acknowledged that something is indeed in motion, and one official who asked not to be named told our source, quote, "The surprise is meant to reach those who need it before the winter hunger deepens." Let's take a moment to understand why this would happen in June specifically. For most government departments, June is a financial midpoint, a time when the books are reviewed, remaining funds are assessed, and reallocation decisions are made. In other words, if money was budgeted for the first half of the year but went unused in certain areas, that cash doesn't just sit idle, it can be redirected to urgent social priorities. For SASSA, this mid-year point is strategic. Winter has fully arrived, food prices go up, energy usage spikes, and vulnerable South Africans begin to feel the squeeze. This is also a politically sensitive time. With elections nearing in some provinces and growing pressure to address poverty, the government is motivated to show action. And nothing speaks louder than direct cash support into people's bank accounts. So, the timing isn't random. It's very likely calculated. Delivering a once-off double payment in June can have a huge impact just as household stress levels peak. Not only would this help individuals, but it could stimulate local economies, keep informal traders alive, and offer a lifeline to those dealing with unemployment or sudden illness. From what we understand based on past patterns and what's being shared discreetly among community forums and NGO partners, the double bonus, if it rolls out, would be targeted, not universal. This means it wouldn't go to every grant recipient, but rather to specific groups who are most at risk. At the top of that list are old age pensioners. Seniors over the age of 60 who receive the SASSA old age grant may very well be prioritized, given their fixed incomes and increased vulnerability during winter. Then we have disability grant recipients. Those living with disabilities often face higher costs of living and are especially vulnerable to power outages, rising healthcare costs, and food insecurity. These two groups are almost always front of the line when top-up grants are introduced. Then we turn to caregivers, especially those receiving the child support grant. If you're caring for multiple children, or are registered under the foster care system, there may be additional support allocated to help you through the cold months. Finally, there's some cautious optimism among those receiving the SRD R350 grant. While we don't believe the R350 will be directly doubled, there is speculation that a separate relief top-up or grocery voucher scheme may be introduced alongside it as a complementary benefit. Let's take a deeper look at the funding side of the story. A double payment for even a portion of South Africa's 19 million grant recipients would cost billions of rand. So where would that money come from? The answer lies in a few possible sources. First, there are the provincial underspends. In the first half of the year, some provinces didn't fully use their social development budgets, money that was supposed to go to meal programs, job creation schemes, or rural outreach initiatives. Instead of letting that money go unspent, Treasury can redirect it to SASSA. Second, we have the Presidential Employment Stimulus Fund. While its main aim is to support job creation and internships, unused portions of this budget have, in the past, been reallocated to social grants when the need was urgent. Lastly, there's the Disaster Relief Reserve. Originally designed for weather and emergency responses, this fund can be used more flexibly if no major natural disasters occur during a period. With that being the case so far in early 2025, officials may be considering using a slice of it to fund the surprise double grant. These potential funding sources give the story real credibility. It's not just hopeful talk, there's a very real chance that funds are available and may soon be transferred into the hands of ordinary South Africans. Skeptical viewers might be asking, has something like this even happened before? The answer is yes, more than once. During the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the government introduced top-up grants, where old age and disability grant recipients received an extra $250 monthly for several months. Caregivers of children on the child support grant also received enhancements. In other instances, such as in KZN during the flood disasters, SASSA rolled out emergency payments to affected families without any new application being necessary. These events prove that when the government deems it necessary, and when the funding exists, bonus payments can and do happen. So, the idea of a surprise double payment isn't far-fetched. In fact, it fits well within SASSA's previous emergency response mechanisms. And in many ways, the current economic hardship we're facing today is just as urgent as those prior disasters. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and be among the first to know if you're getting this double payment, there are a few important things to watch closely in the next 2 weeks. First, keep a close eye on your SMS notifications. If SASSA has your updated number, that's the first place you'll hear about special payment adjustments or bonus alerts. Second, start checking your bank accounts or your post-bank balance around your usual payment date. If there is a double deposit coming, it might appear as a second transfer a few days later, not combined with the usual one. Next, watch the official SASSA Facebook and X, Twitter pages. While they may not confirm everything at once, they often drop small hints or direct links to statements that give away more than people realize. Finally, if you collect your grant at retail outlets like Boxer, ShopRite, or Pick n Pay, check for posted notices or verbal updates from store cashiers and SASSA agents. They are often briefed in advance when payment processes change. Now that word of this double bonus is spreading, scammers are going to try and take advantage. Do not, under any circumstances, give your SASSA card number, ID number, or banking details to anyone claiming to register you for the extra payment. There is no application required for this. If you already receive a grant, and if you qualify, the bonus would be added automatically by SASSA. Also beware of fake websites or messages asking you to verify your information in order to receive the extra payment. These are traps designed to steal your identity or access your account. Only trust messages from verified SASSA channels or government SMS lines. Let's pause for a moment to consider the real human impact of this possible bonus. An extra $500 for a pensioner could mean more nutritious food, proper winter clothing, or even a prepaid electricity top-up. For a single mother caring for 3 children, it could mean paying school transport or replacing broken shoes. In township economies, these bonus payments ripple outward, supporting local tuck shops, street vendors, and sponsor businesses. This isn't just about money. It's about dignity, security, and a sense of being seen. For the government, it's also a signal to the public that when times get hard, help can still come unexpectedly. So what should you do right now? First, log into your SASSA account online or via WhatsApp and check that your grant status is active. Make sure your bank account and mobile number are updated. If you've moved or changed your contact details recently, visit your nearest SASSA office to ensure your profile is accurate. Then, spread the word. Let your family, neighbors, and WhatsApp groups know what could be coming. Sometimes, people don't even realize they've received the bonus until it's pointed out to them. Knowledge is power, especially in times like these. To wrap up, the possibility of a SASSA double bonus in June 2025 is real, and we may be only days away from finding out the full details. If this happens, it will bring tremendous relief to millions of South Africans. But even before it's confirmed, staying informed and prepared is your best strategy. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our follow-up report when the official word drops. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Tell us, how would a double grant payment help you or your household this winter? From all of us here, stay warm, stay hopeful, and stay informed. Until next time, this is your trusted source for SASSA and social grant news, signing off.